Welcome back to another episode of Pollinator Plant Care. I'm going to share with you a success story, maybe success story. Not sure yet. It does look spider mite free, but I found spider mites in this plant. I'm really tired of dealing with pests. I just saw a maggot flying around in the room. But I'm tired of dealing with pests, and I saw a comment to submerge the plant into hot water, and I thought, why not give it a shot? I'm only trying certain plants because I can replace this very easily. I actually have trimmings growing right now in water, so I'm okay with losing this plant. But interesting that after I submerged it in water, hot water twice, I did that with my tap water. My house has well water, really hot tap water, put it in a bowl and submerged the whole plant into the bowl for a few minutes, like 5 minutes. And I saw them jumping. I did kill them with hot water. I checked them again. I checked the pot again. I checked it a couple days later, and to my surprise, I found one, but I found new growth. Like lots of new growth everywhere. I'll turn the camera around so you can see better. So there's new growth happening right there. And just everywhere. Mind the scratches, that's Maverick. He was been a little aggressive, been playing with me because he misses going outside. That's new growth. New growth, new growth. There's new growth popping up everywhere. So I'm not sure. I don't think the hot water did that. But the hot water definitely killed the bugs in the soil. I should probably repot this plant. Like repot it, change the soil. But it's alive and growing, so I'm going to leave it. Keep you posted on what happens there. Yeah, so just in case, I am going to get it out of this space because I've been checking it for 1 week now and it's been looking good. So, yeah. Right now, I have it in my kitchen sink because I see that windowsill every single day. I come up here every single day too, but I want to keep it away from these plants. So, yeah, hot water. I want to share some new growth that's happened to my Hoyas since I've moved them back into my grow room. They've been in here for a month. I had them in my living room and they stopped growing. So I brought them back in and now they're giving me these vines with leaves on them. They're happy. And this one, I put some crystals on it. Some crystals I had lying around. This one, my pubic splash, is growing leaves and tendril is looking for something to climb. Still have it in the cup that I started it in. It's a full plant now, so I probably should repot it, but it's happy, so I don't really want to touch it at the moment. Yeah. This one, my sunrise Hoya, which I just picked up with the day I was filming with my niece, she picked this up and that was one of her favorite plants. And there's new growth happening. Oh my goodness. I love it when it becomes sunstress. So this happened in this room. And I thought, I want my Hoyas with me in my living room. So I brought them downstairs, put them on my glass shelf, and then they stopped growing. So I decided to bring them up here, and a month later, they take off again. Here's my tilled Hoya. That's all new from up here. And I have some peduncles. Got one there. And somewhere in there you won't be able to see, but I have got also new growth there. Yeah. Not sure how I'm going to secure those crystals, but the aerial roots are already growing around it. This plant is alive. This one here is also growing, which I'm really excited about because it died. Like at the top, the vine dried out. The vine dried up, and I just ruined a baby leaf. That's why I don't like to handle and touch my plants. Okay, hopefully it encourages new growth. I have new growth here. It's going to be too small for you to see, so I'm going to try to zoom it in. Try to zoom it in. Oops, my hair. Anyway, yeah. There's new growth here, 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 and then on this vine too, there's some new growth. I'm not going to touch it. I'm really excited about this plant. I love this plant. It's the fuzziness. Everybody likes the fuzziness. Oh, I can't believe I'm sorry. I won't bother you again. This little one's giving me some new baby leaves. What else is giving? Oh, Viola. I see bad things happening, so I'm going to turn the camera around. Viola gave me a new leaf. And she's giving me another one. That's just dirt. Check this plant daily for pests. It also looks like she's pushing out a new leaf on this section here. There's 3 fiddle leaf figs in here. Next is I'm going to go through, I think that's all the Hoyas that are growing. Oh, I did do some stuff off camera. I made this little propagation terrarium for my niece. Funny story, she went home after visiting me and she cut my mom's plants up and started her own propagation station. I don't know where she got that idea from. But yeah, she did that. And then somebody didn't think anything of it, thought that they were just broken trimmings and threw them out. She got upset. So I thought it would be nice of me to create something. I also created something I'm looking at right now that distracted me. Rope leads to my Amanda villa that is climbing. So it'll be like a forest in there. I have a couple more Hoyas that I can show you. My Catalina Hoya, it's also fuzzy and a matte finish. I think it's Catalina. Not really good with these names. I got these all off trimmings from a time I was plant sitting. I was allowed to take trimmings from the lady's plants, which was really nice of her, and most of her collection was Hoyas. There is new growth. I was just about to say said this is the only one that hasn't done anything for me, but there's new growth. The next ones is actually just a propagation jar that I started because my Curtsii wasn't doing well, and then I had taken some cuttings from my pubic calyx splash and Matilde and Wayeti Eye because I like sharing my plants, which brings me to the ending of this video. You're gonna see the plants that I'm gonna rehome. I have a bunch of succulents that I've created. I'm gonna rehome them because I have some more succulents that are growing that I'm gonna have to make the space for. So we'll do that next. Just moving some things around. There's the terrarium. She liked the butterfly that I have on my money tree plant, so I put one in there for her. And she's got some trimmings in there. Arrowhead plant, string of turtles, and I put them on a stera, disclosa in there. We'll see how that grows. Oh, well, these are one of the succulents that I'm thinking of rehoming that's ready. Gonna miss it because it grew to be pretty. Yeah, so there's one. Okay, I'll show you. Here is my Hoya propagation fish tank. The Curtsii is doing very well. It plumped up as soon as I threw it in there. I have the vine growing off to the side here. And I put a stick, bendable stick, so they can trellis up it. Even the small clippings that were very wrinkly perked up. I also put a string of turtles in here because I heard they do well in terrariums. And that is a peperomia that I'm not successful with. Seems to be doing well in there. My pubic calyx trimming is rooted, and so have everything else in there, which is nice. I think I'm going to leave it that way. This container is Alocasia polycorm, a dragon scale corm, and a black velvet. I'm really excited. I hope they take off. And I also put my rattlesnake trimming in there. It seems to be doing well since I repotted it. I think it's doing okay. That's an obsidian stone. But yeah, I've got some corms, alocasia corms in these cups. Just pure light bark and cacti mix. Getting stuck here. That's how I started my alocasia stingray. Was in pure light and cacti mix in a cup. I can show you what that plant looks like. Stingray alocasia. The mother plant died, and I was able to save the baby corms that were in the soil. It's growing nicely. This is 9 months old. I've decided I'm going to rehome the teacups that are growing nicely. I mean, this one might wait. I'm going to wait off on this one a little bit because it still has a big mama leaf. I know that one has a big mama leaf, but I can tell that the succulent is happy and there's 2 of them. So I do believe it's going to be successful. Like this one here was successful. That's what it's going to look like when it grows up. So I think I'll rehome this one and I'll just let the new owner know that I start all my succulents into cups. It doesn't have a hole. I'm going to figure out a way. I think a diamond drill cutter will put holes in these teacups without breaking them. But I just currently put rocks at the bottom with some cacti mix, some really good well-draining soil. And then I also let the soil dry out completely. I give it the touched leaf test. So like this one here, for example, I squeeze the bottom leaf and if it feels hard, then I wait. These are new propagations that I put into dirt. Those are gifts for my aunt, my tia Dwalda. I think this pile here is ready for me to rehome. I might keep one of these because my mother plant unfortunately lost all her leaves. I think I overwatered her. So I might keep one of these and swap it out with one from up there. These are also ready to be rehomed. It's a seashell that I created. The string of pearls is growing. Very happy. And I think it's ready to have a new home. Those succulents have lost their baby leaves. Ah! Okay, gonna damage them. I'm gonna have to pause. Okay, it's hard to film with one hand and work with the other. There's the succulent that's ready. So most of these in the little pots are ready to be rehomed. That one I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. That's ready to go. And I think this is ready for more trimming. This is the mama plant, one of the mama plants. This is another mama plant. And then I have another one back there. And I also do believe I'm gonna rehome this lovely planter. This little leaf here was damaged by Maverick, my cat. And it's rooting. It's actually growing. Look, there's a baby. That's how easy it is to root and grow succulents. It's got a hole in the leaf, in the mama leaf. Just gonna throw it in there. I'm really enjoying growing succulents. I love I love watching the different stages. I love it when I see the roots growing and then it's a baby to a mother plant. I love those steps. I changed a few things in my grow room. I put some plants that were reaching for the light closer to the light. This is just wow. The leaves are growing bigger than my hand. I did my nails. But yeah, the leaves are growing bigger than my hand, and the leaves at the store were like half the size. So definitely doing something right here. I'm really liking this plant. I also have to do something with, I'll just take that out of the view. I have these trimmings that I have to do something with. I'm gonna plant this in my next video along with I'm trimming my lemon tree. I want to learn how to graft fruit trees, but that's for the future. Right now I'm learning how to trim my lemon tree so that it can give me lemons. I'm also taking my angel trumpet out of dormancy. It's been sleeping for a couple months now. It lost all its leaves. So I'm going to be doing that. But interesting, I wanted to talk about this. I have propagated plants in this teapot twice now. And I noticed that every time I do, every time I do, the roots are very nice and healthy. The roots are actually trying to grow out from the holes at the bottom. I want to try an experiment to see if the roots grow faster in the teapot. I feel like it does, so I'm going to document that. I'm going to try the same plant. I'll put trimmings in here, and then I'll just use another jar that I have. Maybe the blue one that I had this in. I'll show you. I had these trimmings in this jar, and then I did a video. The roots started to grow, so I transferred it over to the teapot. And I swear that once I did that, the roots were growing really quickly to the point that I have to plant it. Look at that root system. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so that's going to be my next video is my lemon tree, my prayer plant. I'm going to plant that, and my angel trumpet. Yeah. I like picking 3 things I find for each episode. Find it's easier to share with you what I'm experiencing, how I'm doing it, and take it from there. I have been cleaning up, decluttering, letting go of a lot of stuff that I've just been keeping and rearranging, and yeah, all that fun stuff that the new year brings. Definitely going through like a reset or something in my life. Yeah, a good one. Check out this new growth that I've had in just a few days of editing this video clip. This plant, the crouton, has lots more growth. Ooh, my humidity is low because I've got my humidifier down. I'll turn that on. The sunrise Hoya has 2 new leaves. Look at those baby leaves. And the fiddle leaf fig. Wow. This plant, everybody I know that has tried growing one is telling me stories that has scared me. And this is my first time growing a fiddle leaf fig, and so happy. I just watered it. Getting really good at touching the leaves and knowing if it needs watering. Like you can, to me, that's a full leaf. It's got lots of water. The veins are full. Oh, I just love the texture. And the new leaf is getting so big. It's actually giving me some new growth, a new leaf within a new leaf. Okay, that's a wrap. Thanks for watching this episode. I'll see you in the next one.